Hello and welcome to Steinsgate episode 37, where we last left off. Essentially, we finished Luca's route, which ultimately led us sending him or her back in time to cosplay with Mayuri and give her one last hurrah before she ultimately succumbs to her fate and dies. Then we continued back on the regular, or I guess main storyline route, where we sent the D-mail that reverted Luca back to being a guy. And now we are sending Kirisu to hang out with Mayuri at Kamima in order to kind of formulate a plan and look for Moeka and reverse her D-mail. We're currently at 0.5% world line change from 0.4, so things are looking up. We're halfway there. So if you like videos like this and want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. Without further ado, let's jump back into it. I haven't seen Mayuri all day. I wish I could be by her side, of course, but that's not an option. Moeka hasn't replied, which means I have to find her myself. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about her. My only clue is Arc Rewrite, the company Moeka supposedly worked at. I find it after a quick search online. Sure enough, their business is producing articles for PC magazines. Luckily, their office is in Akiba. I try calling first, but it goes to voicemail. I guess they're still closed for the Oban holiday. Or maybe it's just a bad time. Looks like I've got no choice but to visit them in person. Enemy headquarters. It's the second day of Kamima and Akiba is deserted. Most of the otaku are lined up at a big site right now. I've experienced the craze of Kamima several times firsthand. It's literal war. It scares me whenever Mayuri goes alone. I can't help but imagine her trampled by a horde of crazed otaku. But in reality, Mayuri is surprisingly quick and tough. I've seen her weave through crowds like you wouldn't believe. Kirisu's the one who's most likely going to get trampled. I can't help but feel sorry for her. Maybe it was wrong to ask her to go. I find the Arc Rewrite office in a fancy-looking building on the outskirts of Akiba. I take the elevator up, but there's nobody there. I lean against the wall and wait. After about 30 minutes, a man dressed in a shirt and tie appears. I explain that I'm a relative of Kiryu Moeka and ask for her contact info, but he gives an unexpected answer. Darn, I've been tricked. I should have known better. Moeka is working for CERN. Of course her place of employment is fake. Is this the end of the line? Just as I'm about to turn around and leave, the man pounds his hand as if he remembered something. Perfect. I frantically bow my head and ask him to look at it. He's reluctant, but he gives it to me. The address listed on the resume leads me to a beat-up old apartment. So I am really curious about this FB character. I mentioned it before, I think in Suzuha's line, but Mayuri mentioned that she had a friend named Fubuki-chan, and Moeka has mentioned someone named FP. I think that's the abbreviation for Fubuki. I'm not entirely sure. So this is going to be very interesting to see on Moeka's route, why she's basically bound to CERN and has to do stuff for it. So I'm very, very excited to see, hopefully some story threads start to close and things get explained, like who killed Kiryu Moeka on the first line, what was the D-mail really supposed to be, can we really reverse and save everything. There's also Steinsgate, the prequel as well, but I'm probably not going to be playing that. But I mean, there's just so many things that maybe the time, maybe Kirisu's dad will figure out. I don't know. It'll be lots of questions, hopefully will be answered soon. The address listed on the resume leads me to a beat-up old apartment. Not the sort of place you'd expect a single young woman to live. I feel strange unease as I approach the apartment. For some reason, there's a police car parked in front of the complex. A uniformed officer standing out front. In one room on the second floor, room 202, Moeka has a blue sheet covering the door. What's going on here? Wow. I walk up to the police officer. The police officer looks uncomfortable. The bad feeling in my gut is getting worse. Oh. Suicide? But why?
それはいつ？
昨日だ。
そんな。
ご遺体は近くの千代田第三病院に運ばれてるはずだから。身寄りが誰もいないみたいでね。困ってたんだ。会いに行ってやってくれないかな。
So I guess now we're gonna go back in time and go to this apartment. I bow my thanks and leave. She's dead? Moeka's dead? What's going on? It doesn't make sense. Suicide? Moeka, who killed Mayuri in cold blood, committed suicide? Or is this the part of the conspiracy? Could her own men have killed her, then made it look like a suicide? Today is the 16th. On World Line Alpha, Moeka raided the lab on the 13th. 3 days have passed since then. Each time I change world lines, Mayuri's death gets pushed back one day. So does Moeka's raid. It hasn't happened yet on this world line. So why did she die? I don't get it. This is the first time this has happened. How should I deal with this? What should I do? I squat on the ground and cradle my head in confusion. If Moeka is dead, maybe Mayuri doesn't have to die. No, I don't think convergence is that kind. Then the will of the world desires Mayuri's death. Whenever I try to stop it, something interferes. True, I'm the one who meddled with the timeline, but I haven't paid the price. Man, I'm sorry I'm jumbling this, but haven't I paid the price already? How did all this happen? A few weeks ago, I was just a college student with a severe case of Chuniobo. Save for Mayuri's grandmother, I had never experienced the death of anyone close to me. Death had no place in my life. But how many times have I faced death these past 3 days? More when you count the loops I made. My heart can't take any more. I don't know how much longer I can go on. You can do it, there's only one more. Just one more D-mail to cancel. If I can just get my hands on Moeka's phone.
Time leap だ。
Moeka died yesterday around noon. I can go back to before that happened. The reason she died isn't important. Whether Mayuri's murderer kills herself is no concern to me. I just need to cancel that D-mail no matter what it takes. Upon returning to the lab, I casually look up the second floor window, and what I see shocks me to my core. Someone is using the time leap machine. Who? Mayuri and Daru should be at Kamima. Not even Kirisu should be here. I asked her to escort Mayuri yesterday. Besides, she's against changing the past. So who? That's crazy. The building shakes. The vibration reaches the street. I can't let this happen. This timeline must not be tampered with again. I need to stop it now. I race up the stairs to the lab. By the time I get there, the shaking has stopped. I quietly peek into the development room. Nobody's there. The door was unlocked. Anyone could have walked right in. How could we be so careless? The time leap machine is still faintly warm. So somebody did use it. Who? Did they time leap? This is the first time someone else has used the time leap machine. Just to make sure, I checked the X68000. As expected, the history has been erased. The same thing happens when we send a email. There's nothing more I can do about this. It worries me, but I have to focus on Moeka. I set up the time leap machine. Maximum leap time is 48 hours. To leap more than that, you need to leap 48 hours and then leap again. Is it possible that we leapt and we're seeing a after image of ourselves essentially? The 42-inch CRT is on downstairs. That's plain as day since the discharge phenomena just occurred. I put on the headgear. Preparations complete. Should I really leap now? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I should. I would kind of almost leap like 20 minutes before just to see who just time leaped, but that's just me. Just a little more and I can save Mayuri once and for all. I know what will happen if I don't leap now. Mayuri will die and I will taste that pain and despair once again. And then I will leap. It's the same either way. Close my phone. There's no need to rush. Calm down. I can endure the pain if need be. I should exploit my one advantage, the time leap machine, to the fullest extent possible. And that means knowing exactly when Mayuri will die. The pattern suggests that Mayuri's death should happen around 7 or 8 tonight. But things are a little different this time. Moeka killed herself before Mayuri was scheduled to die. How much influence will this have on convergence? There's a chance Mayuri won't die. We might have already won. In that case, I shouldn't waste my effort time leaping. I have no obligation to save Moeka. I'll wait until Kirisu contacts me. It's 12:30 p.m. now. There are still about 7 hours left. I hear nothing but the slow, steady tick of the clock. The sound is echoing inside my head. Even if I plug my ears, it doesn't stop. I spent several hours searching for the IBN 5100, but as expected, I found nothing. I still can't imagine how Mocha's email affected the computer's whereabouts. What does her phone model have to do with anything? Does keeping the same phone somehow tell her that there's an IBN 5100 at Yanabashi Shrine? That doesn't make any sense. Even the butterfly effect must have limits. But on the other hand, truth is often stranger than fiction. Sometimes the simplest things have consequences that no one could ever imagine. So I can't rule it out entirely either.
結局何もわからないということか。
I twist my lips into a sneer of self-mockery. It's 7:46 p.m., the moment of truth. If Mayuri is indeed fated to die today, I should be hearing from Kirisu soon. I pray that nothing happens. All that I ask is to hear Mayuri's voice, to know once and for all that she is safe.
もしもし。
Well, that answers that question. Kirisu is sobbing, so I know, even without asking, she saw Mayuri die. That's pretty sad. Well, I'm gonna time leap, and this is gonna be your problem, unfortunately. That's pretty sad.
すまなかった。辛い役目を押し付けて。
With that, I hang up my phone. Awful. Maybe it's because I didn't see it happen, or maybe my heart has simply grown numb. But this time, I don't feel much pain. I hate myself for it. I pound my fist against the table. I thought the door was being broke down. As expected, the deadline is around 8 p.m. on the 16th. Unless I change the world line before the time limit, Mayuri will die. I put on the headgear and activate the time leap machine. I must obtain Mocha's phone no matter what it takes. El Sai Kongro. Okay, there we go. I was gonna be like, no timey-wimey animation. Okay, so we did consecutive time leaps as well. We really went back. I make several consecutive leaps to travel back to the 11th. When I arrive, it's just past 8 p.m. I leave the lab without waiting for the others to respond. Are you coming back to the lab today? I don't know, but don't worry, you don't have to worry about anything. Also, I wonder real quick if we got a picture. New picture. I'm gonna say no. Head to Mocha's ratty apartment. There is no sign of the police this time. Mocha's suicide will happen for another 4 days. I run up the iron stairs and stand in front of the door to Unit 202. The lights aren't on inside. I start getting anxious, maybe she's not here. There's no intercom, so I reluctantly knock on the door. No reply. I try again with the same result. Darn, might as well try the doorknob. It's unlocked. I take a deep breath. This could be a trap. Remember, we're not dealing with an ordinary person. Moeka is a rounder, an agent of CERN. If I die here, what will happen to Mayuri? Will Kurisu and Daro use the time leap machine to save her? I need to be careful. But at the same time, I can't save Mayuri by doing nothing. So I steel myself, open the door, and peek inside. The apartment is dark, too dark to see, but I feel someone's presence. I step inside. The apartment is practically empty. Minimal furnishings, only the barest necessities of life. But there, by the window, is a figure in the moonlight. Moeka. Crazy. A woman is sitting on the floor, her head bowed. There's no one else here. I approach the woman and stare down at her, gritting my teeth in a desperate effort to maintain control. Ever since the first time she killed Mayuri, I've tried my best to avoid thinking about this woman. But now I have no choice. I can't accomplish my goal until I have the answers I need from her. I must obtain the IBN 5100 to escape the Alpha Attractor field and rescue Mayuri.
Kiryu Moeka.
I had another name for her once. It hurts to remember. I force it to the back of my mind.
起きているか?
Moeka's fingers twitch. She sluggishly lifts her head, but she doesn't look up. She stares at my feet instead. She finally speaks in a frail voice. Moeka has always had trouble speaking, but it seems especially severe today. I noticed her hair and clothes are disheveled. She looks awful, though I suppose that's no surprise, given that she kills herself in 4 days.
FB なの? FB?
I've heard that name before. If I'm not mistaken, that's her superior's code name.
なんで連絡くれないの? 私言われた通りにやったのに。ねえ、FB.
The phone in Moeka's hand glows faintly. She's still clinging to it, I see.
ねえ、私の何がいけなかった? 直すよ。直すから見捨てないで。FB のためなら何でもする。返事をしてよ。答えてよ。私に指示を出して、私はそれに従う。命令して。命令。
I bet there's gonna be some way we feel bad for her. I'm at a loss for words. I wasn't expecting to find her in such a miserable state. She was so cold, so calm when she killed Mayuri. It's like she's a different person now. I wouldn't say she necessarily was. She did give a lot of warnings. And I don't know why it's like, well, she's, you know, disposable, but it doesn't mean they have to kill her because it leads to more problems. I haven't understood that yet either. Is there another effect on this world line's change? Or is this another effect on this world line? But it's only been a week since she sent her D-mail. How could she have changed so much? I get on my knees and shake Moeka by the shoulders.
Oi! 聞こえるか? Oi! FB 連絡をちょうだいよ。桐生萌か。おい、俺だ。岡部だ。
No response. Moeka just keeps crying and mumbling to herself. I shake harder, but she doesn't react. She doesn't even resist. Looking down, I notice that she's typing rapidly on her phone. Bewildered, I look at the screen. FB. Okay, lots of FB. What happened to Moeka? From what little I understand, it sounds like she's lost contact with her supervisor, FB. But I don't understand how that could turn Moeka into such a wreck. It doesn't matter, I don't care what happens to her. I'm here for one thing. Recalling my purpose, I reach for Moeka's phone. Oh, she realizes that. A sharp crack echoes through the room. Moeka slapped my hand away. It didn't hurt, but her reaction was lightning quick. Now Moeka curls up into a ball, hugging the phone tightly to her chest. It was like this from the moment I met her. She never let go of her phone, not even for a second, as if it were the only thing keeping her alive.
メールが来ないの。
FB とかいうやつからか。
メールが来ない。
I make several more attempts to take her phone while she babbles incoherently, but she just slaps my hand away each time. Next, I try persuasion. I promise to help her search for FB if she lends me her phone. It's a lie, of course, though. Come to think of it, I would like a piece of FB too. But that can wait until after I've saved Mayuri. But Moeka doesn't buy it, if she heard me at all, that is. Darn, we're not getting anywhere. Maybe I should take it from her by force. But what if she tries to kill me before I can send the D-mail? In her current state, she might not have the strength to retaliate. On the other hand, if she does retaliate, there's not much I can do against someone with a gun. What should I do? Her gun. Where would she keep it? I quickly scan the room, but there's no sign of it. What a weird time to call.
もしもし。
I stand up and move to the entrance where I can take the call without letting Moeka out of my sight.
今どこよ。
悪いが取り込み中だ。
女なの？
お前の発想は実にスイーツかっこ笑いだな。
うるさいな。
Hmm.
電話レンジの改良手伝うって約束したでしょ。よくそれでラボメンナンバー001を名乗れるな。
誰に頼んでくれ。今日はそれどころじゃない。
一体何してんのよ。そこどこ？
桐生萌香のアパートにいる。
やっぱり女か。最低だな。
Has she not met Moeka on this world line? I quickly give Kirisu a simplified version of the usual explanation. Kirisu listens attentively as she always does. Maybe she's more considerate than I give her credit for. As soon as I finish, Kirisu gives it to me straight.
強引に奪うしかないわね。
Dang.
ハリウッド映画の見過ぎか。
相手はセルンの関係者よ。遠慮してたらこっちがやられるかもしれない。迷ってる場合じゃないでしょ。それでマユリを救えるんだから。
Ride or die right here, I
や
guess.
りなさそうだけど、さすがに今なら相対的に考えて勝てるはず。
Gee, thinks at least she's not beating around the bush. Suddenly, she lowers her voice.
こんなこと言うと人格疑われそうだけど。いや、あんたに人格疑われたってどうでもいいけど、殺してでも奪い取るべきよ。
今お前の人格を疑った。だが偽善ぶらないところは好きだぞ、クリスティーナ。
好きってちょっと。
What's the matter with her now?
事実を言ったまでだ。俺なんかよりもよっぽど潔い。
どうも。
で、意図を聞かせてくれ。殺すこともやむなしと考える理由がお前の中にある。そうだろう。だからそういう結論に達したはずだ。
よかった。それなりに冷静ね。あんたの話が本当か嘘かは定義できない。アトラクタフィールド理論っていう式を私はまだ完全には理解してないし、それでもあんたの説明をもとに考えると、桐生って人が4日後に自殺するなら、彼女には死亡フラグが立っているっていう推論が成り立つ。世界が彼女の死を承認したっていうところね。因果が収束するなら、これまでの世界線では仮にあんたが彼女を殺そうとしても何らかの邪魔が入ってできなかったはず。あるいは殺した瞬間に世界線が大きく変わっていた。
That could have been true
で
too.
もこの世界線でだけ考えるなら、彼女は近いうちに死ぬ。
Which is on closer to the standard world line.
何度もマユリの死を見てきたからわかるはず。重要なのは死んだという結果だけであって、過程はどうでもいいらしいってことをね。それと同じで、桐生って人の死に方は問わないと思う。
In other words, I can kill her instead of letting her commit suicide?
死が決まっているから殺しても構わないか。 まるで殺人犯ばりの論旨展開だな。
偽善ぶるな。私は今人としての倫理を捨てて話してんのよ。岡部も付き合いなさい。
She's unforgiving as always, but it actually feels nice to speak frankly like this.
だが法律はどうする？世界がそれを許しても社会は許さない。
タイムリープマシンがある限り相手を殺しても時間を
Laws don't apply to us.
全てなかったことにできる。岡部は誰も殺さずに必要な情報だけを入手したっていう結果だけが残るわけ。
把握した。
ただこれだけは覚えておいて。全ては自己責任よ。
That is true.
これだけ好き放題言ってる私はかなり無責任だけど。
Alright, back. Had to take the dogs out. I guess that's quite a thing for me to say, huh? After telling you to kill her.
問題ない。実にマッドサイエンティスト的な意見だった。
さっさと片をつけなさい。じゃあね。
She hangs up without another word. Strangely, I find Kirisu's harsh tone encouraging.
お前は司令官かよ。
I manage a smirk as I close my phone. Moeka's still sitting on the floor. Kill her if you have to, Kirisu said. Moeka did the same to us. She doesn't deserve mercy. Kill her or let her live. It's my choice, my responsibility. Even after I undo the murder, the memory of my crime will remain with me. That sin, that guilt, I'll have to carry that weight. I mustn't ever forget. That's what Kirisu meant when she spoke of responsibility. Murder is unforgivable no matter the circumstance. Can you understand that, Kirio Moeka? I reach for Moeka's phone. This time there's no hesitation. Moeka resists. I grab her slender hand and pin it to the window. The glass rattles from the force, but thankfully doesn't break. With my other hand, I pry the phone away from Moeka's chest. She drives her foot straight into my solar plexus. The breath explodes from my lungs. I gasp for air. In a fit of anger, I raise my hand to strike. But at the last moment, I hesitate. Darn, what happened to killing her if I have to? I know we're past the point of playing nice, but I've never hit a girl in my life. I don't even consider myself a model gentleman or anything, but the idea that men aren't supposed to hit women is such a strong part of my common sense that it stayed my hand almost like an instinct. So instead, I wrap my hand around Moeka's neck and squeeze, you know, because that's better. I won't hit a girl, but I'll choke her. When she tries to kick me again, I pin her legs under my own. I squeeze harder, my fingers dig into her throat. She struggles for breath. I feel her throat moving as she gasps for air. I can finally see my reflection in her tear-reddened eyes.
やっと俺を見たな。
Most words she said the whole story. Moeka's under control, but now I don't have a free hand to take her phone. If I loosen my grip on her throat even slightly, it'll turn into a struggle again. Moeka is hiding her phone between her back now, behind her back. I need that phone. Should I let go of her hand or her neck?
携帯をよこせ。
Moeka weakly shakes her head.
出ないと殺せ。
I wonder if I even can. I can undo it with the time leap machine. It'll be the perfect crime, one that never happened. But still, do I really have it in me to murder someone? I don't know, but I have to try.
渡さないと殺すぞ。
No words leave Moeka's lips, just rough breathing. Stalemate. Neither of us shows the other any openings. We're practically motionless, but our breathing is ragged. It's taking all my strength just to pin her down. Our rough breathing echoes through the room. For a moment, it even seems to synchronize. This is getting me nowhere. I remove my hand from her neck, then use my entire left arm to pin her against the wall in a guillotine choke. She starts groaning in pain. My right hand has her left hand up against the glass. Now I pull her hand down and transfer it to grip my left hand. Now my right hand is free. I slide it behind her back and go searching for her phone. I have to lean in close to do this. I press my body against hers. Pain explodes in my jaw. I lean back. Moeka is readying another headbutt. I put more strength into the guillotine choke to stop her. Guillotine choke. Moeka's face twists in pain and she struggles to escape my grasp. My guillotine choke seems to be working. She doesn't have the strength to resist. If I push any harder, she really might die. I push harder. Oh, okay. Moeka writhes in pain, tears falling from her eyes and drool from her mouth. As her resistance weakens, my right hand finds Moeka's phone. She still has it in a tight grip, but I managed to tear it away. I quickly release Moeka and step away. Well, now she's gonna grab her gun. She bends over, coughs violently, but she still reaches for me with tears in her eyes. She wants her phone back. I don't care. I look at the screen. It shows an email draft with a string of FBs entered. I clear the text and start typing a new mail, but her phone's different from mine, so I don't quite know how to use it. Let's see. Startled, I look up to see Moeka staggering to her feet. She's like a zombie. I quickly run outside and close the door behind me. Then I lean my entire body weight onto it so she can't open it from the inside. The doorknob rattles as she tries to open the door. Then she starts pounding on the inside. It's a good thing doors in Japan open out. You wouldn't see this in a Hollywood movie. Anyway, I have her phone. Oh, that's right, because you open it. I thought... So you push out to open, not in. Interesting. Now I just need to pretend to be Moeka and send the cancellation email. Moeka's changes to the past will be canceled. The world line will change. The IBN 5100 will come back to me. And then we'll hack into CERN. Mission complete. CERN and the world won't kill Mayuri this time. Victory will be mine.
Hi, Max.
D メールの設定を頼む。
変な音が聞こえるけど。
少しばかり修羅場中でな。
殺さなかったのね。Good job.
I tell her Moeka's address.
入力完了。
マユリは
まだいる。ブラウン管工房で店長さんと話してる。42型ブラウン管をつけさせておくためにね。
話してないだろうな。
あの子が死ぬこと？言えるわけない。
だったらいい。まだ切るなよ。
I just want to make sure that this isn't a turning point real quick. I put my phone down and resume typing into Moeka's phone. A middle-aged lady comes out of the apartment next door. Our eyes meet, so I put on a forced smile. The lady grins mockingly before going back inside. I wonder what she was thinking. Maybe she thought it was a lover's quarrel. Model change, do it now, before sold out. Yeah, this has to be the turning point. Moeka's email said, don't change models. The desire for limited edition, hard to find products is hard-coded into Japanese DNA. Appealing to that instinct should work. The insistent pounding on the door grows louder, and now I hear groaning from the other side. I can't believe how persistent she is. Is her phone really that important to her? It doesn't matter, I've already won. All I have to do is send the email. Yeah, so we are at the turning point. And... let's see, I was at 26 minutes. Oh... I don't know how long. I should have paused it. I was practically at 30 minutes. It's not actually at 50 minutes, so we'll just keep continuing. So what I'm gonna do is not send the email and continue on. I'll never forgive you, Moeka, but at least our relationship ends here. Let this be the last time we meet. I raise the phone to eye level. I take a deep breath. It ends now. I press send. Oh, so I don't have a choice. But nothing's changed. No vertigo, no dizziness, nothing. Reading Steiner didn't activate. Why didn't the world line change? Did the phone wave fail to function? I bring my own phone back to my ear. Kirisu's still on the line.
どうだ
送ったの？
送った。ちゃんと動作したのか？
こっちはちゃんと放電現象を確認した。
正常に動作したんだな。
間違いなくね。
世界線が変わらない。
失敗した原因は？
Consider the possibilities.
メールの文面では機種変をやめようとするモエカを説得できなかったか。
送り先の日付を間違えた可能性は
7月31日。それは間違いない。
桐生って人が最初に送った D メールの着信時間を調べるべき。それより先か後かで受け取った側の印象はだいぶ変わる。
めんどくさいな。
The pounding on the door has ceased. Did she finally give up? No, she wouldn't give up. Does she plan to climb out the window and loop around? I think she's grabbing her gun. But we're on the second floor. That would be quite a feat. I should still have some time left.
何パターンかいろんな文章を送ってみて。それで効果が出ないようならこっちでタイマーを微調整する。
助かる。そっちの様子は？ミスター・ブラウンが乗り込んできてないか？
今下から怒鳴り声が聞こえてる。きっと橋田と真由里が必死でなだめてるはずだけど、いつまで持つか。あまり余裕はないと思って。
I put my phone into my pocket without hanging up. I change the message and send another email. But still nothing happens. I make another one, send. No good. What am I doing wrong? I'd like to ask Moeka, but if I go back inside now, she'll probably just attack me. Which reminds me, she's been awfully quiet. What is she doing now? Maybe she really did go out the window. I look around, I don't see her anywhere. Think, why didn't the email work? I wipe the sweat from my brow. My entire body is soaked. It must be the adrenaline. What if Moeka changed addresses when she got a new phone? I take out my phone.
聞こえるか？
まだ問題が
2回送り直したが効果なしだ。
I frantically consider my options as I stare hard at Moeka's phone. The walkway is dim, but Moeka's gaudy purple phone shines in the faint light. Wait. I take another good look at her phone. There's something wrong here. What is it?
岡部どうしたの？
It's not the right phone. Gaudy purple. Latest model. Removable LCD screen. Model number GG01. My eyes tell me there's nothing wrong. I saw this phone when Moeka sent her D-mail, and many times before. She was never without it. It's the same. Nothing has changed.
何も変わっていないだと？
何の話？
Why hasn't it changed? Why is it the same as before Moeka sent her D-mail? Moeka's D-mail said don't change models. She should have had a different phone when she sent it. But she didn't. It was the same phone I'm holding right now. There's only one explanation. She never changed models to begin with.
あの女、まさか。
She lied to me. Moeka's D-mail wasn't about her phone. Well, I mean, she is shining fingers. She can change in an instant. That explains how it affected the IBM 5100. It also explains why my cancellation D-mails aren't working.
ふざけた真似を。
Oh. The door violently shakes behind my back. It's much stronger than before. She must be ramming something hard and heavy against the door. I quickly move away from the door. The door shakes again. I can see the frame starting to warp. Dang. I suppose I should be thankful she doesn't have a gun, but honestly, this is terrifying enough. It chills my blood to think of what her face must look like now. I've never been the target of such single-minded obsession before. But unfortunately, I can't run away. I need to face Moeka again and wring the information out of her. Both Ferris and Luca remember their D-mails. I mean, this way at least we make her tired. With prodding, Moeka will remember too. I need that information. Darn. I don't want to go in there. My teeth are chattering. This is pathetic. I thought I'd won when I snatched her phone, but now my advantage is gone.
Christina.
音すごいけど大丈夫なの？
どうやら萌香の送った D メールは機種変更に関することじゃなかったらしい。
どういうことよ？
おそらくあの女は送る直前で内容を差し替えたんだ。俺が何をやっても世界線が変わらないのはそのせいだ。
着信履歴はそこに残ってるかもしれない。
着信履歴
Of course, even if it's not in her sent history, it should still be on the arrival history. I glare at the purple phone in my hand. It's a good thing Moeka didn't change phones. Now I know exactly where the D-mail went.
うっかりしていた。調べてみる。
You gotta switch phones. For a second there, I thought it would be easy. I should have known better. Moeka is not a casual phone user. Her mailbox has literally hundreds of entries over the last week, almost all from FB. Some of my mails are sprinkled in. I don't have time to search through each of these mails, even just the subject lines. Not to mention the pounding on the door is freaking me out.
クリスティーナ、少し手こずりそうだ。もし俺が失敗したら、あとは頼む。
バカも休み休み言いなさい。状況によっては逃げることも大事。
I hang up. The lady next door comes out again, alarmed by the escalating noise. She glares at me. But when she sees the magnitude of the door's damage, the lady opens her eyes in shock and runs back inside. I'm not leaning against the door anymore. Moeka could just open it, but she hasn't realized that. So she's so fixated on getting her phone back, she destroyed her own door. In any case, I don't have time to check her mail history. I put the phone into my pocket and moved to the side of the door. I carefully grip the doorknob and wait for the intervals between bangs. Now, I yank the door open. A coffee table flies out and smashes into the walkway railing. Her screech raises hairs all over my body. She's standing in the entrance like a revenant at the gates of hell. I step back. My knees tremble. But then I remember what I'm here to do. I gather my resolve, enter the room, and close the door behind me. Or at least I try. The door's bent and won't fully close. I give up on locking it. Moeka glares at me, shaking with fury. First, I have to restrain her again. This is a woman who would kill on command, who would break her own door down just to retrieve her phone. It's too dangerous to let her be. I'm stronger, I just need to get her on the ground. There's no time, it's now or never. Crushing my fear, I charge Moeka at full speed. Our bodies collide. Moeka tries to twist away, but I grab her clothes and use my momentum to push her to the floor. The back of her head hits the floor. Her resistance weakens. She doesn't know how to break a fall, some secret agent. I quickly straddle her waist, now she's mine. Moeka plays her arms and legs wildly. I should have known she wouldn't give up. Her fist strikes my jaw. Fortunately, Moeka is weak, the blow does little damage. I still need to stop her from struggling. First her hands. I start with her left. I grab her wrist and pin it to the floor. A fist flies towards my face. It pops against my left eye, blinking my vision for a second. She seems to stop struggling for a moment. Her hands claw weakly at the air, but it turns out that she was reaching for my hair. She grabs it hard. I feel several strands tear free of my scalp. I get a grip on Moeka's face and press her head against the floor. She tries to bite my finger, so I pull my hand back. I grab the hand that's grabbing my hair and dig my nails into her wrist. But she still doesn't let go of my hair. All the while, her feet are pounding against my back. She's also trying to free her left hand. I can't take much more of this. I instinctively headbutt Moeka with all my strength. The sickening sound of bone against bone echoes in my head. The impact makes me dizzy too, but I fight it. Moeka goes limp, an opening. Finally, I succeed at pinning down both of her hands. Her glasses fell off at some point during the struggle. Her red, swollen eyes give her an even more demented look. There's an angry bump on her forehead where I headbutted her. Some secret agent. She spits at me. The lukewarm saliva hits my face. I want to wipe it off, but my hands are full. Moeka glares at me. There are tears in her eyes, perhaps from the pain. Moeka breaks eye contact when I mention it. She stares at my pocket. She must have caught a glimpse of purple. I smile scornfully. Moeka tries again to free her hands. I lean in harder to keep them pinned. My strength and position are superior, so Moeka accomplishes nothing. Next, she struggles to free her body, same result. I clamp my thighs firmly around her hips and hold her down. She occasionally knees me in the back, but I can bear that pain. It's not enough to make me forfeit that position. Moeka, without a doubt. I don't do sports or anything, so I'm not that strong. But I'm on top. I don't need to expend much energy to keep her pinned. She can scream and spit all she likes. Nothing will make me give up this position. Moeka shakes her head violently. She's just wasting her energy. I maintain my position and stare down at Moeka. Until now, I've always run away from facing Moeka, but I can't do that on this world line. I have to know where what her demon said. Moeka is still struggling.
携帯などなくてもちゃんと話せるではないか。
くたばれクズがお前の雑誌をツタツタになるまで包丁で切り刻んでやる。
切り刻むのはマッドサイエンティストのお箱だ。
死ね死んでよ犯される。助けて。
This woman's out of control. Does she want another headbutt that badly? A knock sounds from the door. Moeka and I both look at the door in surprise.
ねえ、隣の西田だけど、大丈夫？警察呼んだ方がいいかしら？必要ないならせめてもっと静かにしてくんない？このアパート、声が響くのよ。
Darn, I didn't think about that. I can't have her calling the police. Moeka suddenly screams, uh-oh. Darn it. What now? I need to silence Moeka somehow, but I can't use either hand. There's only one way. I suddenly press my lips against Moeka's. Well then. My loveless kiss shuts her up quite effectively. I lock eyes with her as well, trading glares in silence.
まったく最近の若い子は。
I finally hear the neighbor's footsteps recede. What a relief. Oh, she's biting. I feel sharp pain on my lip. I instinctively jerk away. Blood drips from my mouth and lands on Moeka's neck. She bit me. When I feel around my lip with the tip of my tongue, the taste of blood spreads out from the laceration. Moeka breathes wildly as she glares at me with tearful eyes.
初々しい女ぶっているんじゃない。俺より年上のくせに。
She grimaces and looks away. Her pink lips glisten with saliva. I might have found this sight alluring if the situations were different. Moeka turns her face away and looks up through the open curtains at the bright full moon outside the window. And on that crazy note, we're going to call it for this episode of Steinsgate episode 37. So if you like episodes like this and want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. And let me know down below what you would like to see next. As always, thank you for watching. I've been Boog the Goob. May God bless you and